What's up, Watt Movie Realists? I'm Matt, back for another real review, and today I'm here to talk to you about Disney's latest animation film, not Pixar, but Disney Animation, and that is none other than Strange World. Um, so I was talking to my rep about this when he asked me what I thought about the film, and I had to be honest. I'm like, so apparently Disney just likes to release interesting family animation with a decent family story in November with little promotion and just let word of mouth take it away, because we get that with Frozen, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Frozen. We get that with Moana. We get that with Encanto. And now, honestly, you have that with Strange World. Um, we follow the Clade family, a family with a history of explorers and whatnot. But then we start our story following Searcher Clade, whose father is this their world's greatest explorer. They're trying to cross these mountains that have never been crossed before, and Searcher isn't really into exploring all that much. And during this process, they're looking for something to save their world, and Searcher comes across a green plant, but the plant has power. It has this electrical type of surge to it. So when they're in the middle of this storm and with their group, and he nearly dies and comes across this plant, he brings it up to his father, and his father's like, "No, our future is past these mountains," so on and so forth. Well, the group votes to go with Searcher, and this plant could possibly revolutionize their world, and they go off, and Jaeger goes off on his own, and then we time jump 20 some odd years, it seems like, and now the civilization that we got a quick glimpse of has changed into a more modern world with electricity, powered by this plant. And Searcher's now a farmer with his own son, and they have their own issues that they got to work out. And eventually you find out that this plant is dying. Something's wrong with it. So they have to go inside their world and find out what the issue is, and that's kind of where our story begins to completely unfold. This film had such an incredible voice cast. Jake Gyllenhaal stumped me for the longest, because I was sitting there, I'm like, why does this voice sound familiar? Why does this voice sound familiar? It was bugging me in the screening. And then when you see Jake Gyllenhaal in the credits, you're like, oh my goodness. Just does a great job as someone trying to step out of his father's shadow, but at the same time making the same mistakes that his father did with his son while trying to avoid it. Jabuki Young White, who some people may know as one of the fans from Only Murders in the Building. He was hilarious, funny, and just really gave you that feel of, yeah, this is kind of how you think a teenage boy would react. Gabrielle Union as Meridian Clade, Searcher's wife, fantastic. But Dennis Quaid as Jaeger Clade, Searcher's father, is just hilarious and a good time. But this film overall in general is a good family film for Thanksgiving weekend. It's got some nice twists to it, some nice turns, but it feels like one of those old-fashioned serial adventure films, like what kind of like the Indiana Jones of it, with how they edit and the type of stylization they use in certain aspects. That I thought was really cool. But the biggest twist is what I was like, wow, that is a brilliant metaphor, and I loved it. So if I'm going to give this film a rating out of 5, it's a 4. Between the incredible voice acting, the twists and turns, the animation was gorgeous. I really dug this film overall. So, with that being said, what are you going to do? Are you going to see this film? Are you going to just wait till it's on Disney Plus? I would suggest seeing it in person because there's no better experience than the cinema. But that's to me personally. But remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and pay attention to everything we're doing here at Watt Real Entertainment, whether that be our Twitch, the soon-to-be coming Watt Gaming YouTube, or anything else we do. The reviews, there's a few of them. This is one of like 4 dropping today, so be sure to check all those out. But until then, I'm Matt. This was another Real Review, and we'll see you next time.